Hey there guys, I've had a few requests to do an in-depth guide on how to play Bastion on attack. This is an unedited pub game and showcases pretty well how I personally like to play Bastion on attack. I'll be providing commentary over it to explain exactly what I'm thinking as I play, but first off, I do not recommend doing this in a solo queue format. You notice we nearly have a full stack of pugs here. Not to say that it's impossible. I've carried solo queues games as Bastion, but I've also had games where we lost and had all the blame thrown at me, so your experiences may vary. Okay, well, let's talk team comp. For best results, having a Mercy Reinhardt combo can do wonders for alleviating pressure. Then you want an off tank like D.Va, Zarya, or Roadhog, someone that can get in there and go aggro. And finally, you want a couple offense heroes that can apply heavy pressure. Your job here as Bastion is to take up flanks and stay parallel with the objective. You're very much the supporting fire, not the front line. So, I play with this group fairly often, so I was confident as soon as I said I'm playing Bastion, they all knew what to grab. So, number one thing to remember about playing Bastion on attack is that you'll see here, I'll put this into practice, but I spend very, very little time in sentry mode, which is something that a lot of Bastion players make a bad habit out of. And, okay, so the game's going to start up right here. I already know what happens. Say bye-bye to Reinhardt right now, because he's about to, yeah, well, bye. Bye there, anyway. So Symmetra's in there, she's got her sentry turrets, and what we're going to try and do here is we're going to try and sweep the entire initial area. We're not doing a very fast blitz into the control point. We want to do a sweep, take care of everybody, make sure that nobody's going to come and shoot us in the back as we're moving towards the control point. So we want to lock down everything, and that's very important, is zoning your areas and making sure that there are no enemies there that you leave behind. Want to make sure we get all the sentry turrets, and you see the enemies have fallen back now, so we're going to take this opportunity to move up, and I'm staying behind the front line here. You'll see Reinhardt, Mercy, and Zarya all moving in front of me. And we're going to get charged with the Reinhardt. And we're going to take him out. He's being very aggressive. I don't know why. That's just the way that he is, I guess. So I'm going to try and take out the turret. And again, I'm not dropping into sentry. I could seize up on the hill, but then I'm going to make myself immobile, and I'm not going to be able to. So this Symmetra is going to try and rush me down. She's actually pretty good. She pushed the orbs that she was trying to push me into her. But just keep in mind that your recon gun's actually pretty strong. It does a little bit more damage than Soldier 76's gun does. So definitely use it. And you'll see I use it a lot. And so I'm going to pop my ult here. And I hadn't initially planned to go after this Reinhardt. I was actually going to go take out the Fair and try and take care of some turrets and some of their more offense heroes. And I realized now that all my teammates are down, so I'm going to pull back and regroup and wait for everybody else to push back up. Because again, you're not a frontline fighter. And if you put yourself in the middle of 3 people, you're gonna die. You can't get out of it like Reaper can. So there's a McCree there, so I want to stay away from the corner now, right? I don't want to give him the advantage to, or the opportunity to throw a flashbang at me, and he will instantly give you, as it is right now. So again, I'm keeping my distance back. I'm looking for Farah because I got pushed back. I'm putting damage on Reinhardt's shield because that's one thing that you always want to do, is you want to keep Reinhardt's shield down as much as possible. So I see Mei curling up here, and I heard the ultimate sound for Farah. Reinhardt's going to charge me. I'm going to back off because you don't want to stay in close to a Reinhardt. You're not going to win the fight. So again, I'm pulling back. I'm still just offering supporting fire to all my teammates, putting more damage on Reinhardt, taking care of anybody, and shooting at anybody who comes into view. So I'm going to pull, and notice I'm actually using the hold down technique here, and I saw that Zarya's ult was up and that she was going to use it, so I popped into sentry mode to lock down those 2 people that she caught in her ult. Stay evasive with Fair, keep jumping around, do not be predictable, and just keep firing at her. Your gun's actually pretty good at taking her down. So I'm going to pop into sentry mode, and as soon as she comes out of it, I'm going to light up Mei. I guess she was trying to stall us there and try and keep the point contested and give herself time, but it didn't work out so well. So, control point secured. Still no death. We've used sentry mode twice, I think. Something like that. And I'm going to go ahead and move forward here and apply a little bit of early pressure so that way they can't get a good footholds on the... okay, so I hear the McCree footsteps and I turn around to fight him. It's a bad idea to try to fight toe-to-toe with McCree because he's pretty OP. So someone else got it, so thank you. But anyway, we're going to keep trying to move forward and avoid letting them establish a foothold, especially with the Torbjorn. You don't want Torbjorn establishing a good spot for his turret, and you just don't want to get them. So I'm going to try and drop down, and I thought I was going to get Mei here, but as soon as she comes out of it, she's gone. Alright, I'm going to get the Pharah too, and then I'm going to pop out, and I'm going to take up a defensive position. Alright, so they've got their foothold established now. That's what we wanted to avoid, but it's with the corners, that's something that you can't really avoid. So I popped my ult. I just wanted to put damage and keep popping in and out and doing burst damage, and teammates mopped up the rest. I think I got a little bit of splash damage in there in between the shields, so that was helpful. It may have looked like a whiffed ult, but it's not good to hold onto your ult. You actually charge it pretty quickly as Bastion, so just throw it out there if you really need to break a blockade and put damage down. So I'm going to pull down here because I saw two people with their backs turned to me, so I'm going to pop sentry mode. I'm going to try and take them down. I'm going to pop out immediately. Okay, I hear the McCree. I immediately go into sentry mode because if you're caught in recon mode and you hear the McCree ult, you don't just go into sentry mode and hope you kill him before he kills your team. That's my theory on that. So I went down with my first death there, and we're gonna make our way back to the control point now, or the payload, sorry. And so everybody else went down too, because that was a very nice Reinhardt ult. And here I'm gonna make another big mistake. I thought I could get a good overlook. Okay, I see Pharah. She's almost dead. I really want to go after her. They've got the Diva down over there. So Reinhardt. Now I'm starting to take damage. I should have turned around and went back up the stairs, but Reinhardt was there right there, so I was committing to go right and try and get away, but the turret got me anyway. So that was a miscalculation by my part. I should have never dropped down in the first place, but it happened, and it's something we all have to live with. Yeah, see? Oops. Yeah, I screwed up. I knew it. I knew at the time that I'd screwed up. So I see that the Reinhardt's here with just the Mercy, and he's probably not going to be super aggressive. He's going to try and babysit the Mercy, so I'm going to pull into Sentry, melt his shield, and Tracer got the Mercy, so we don't have to worry about the Mercy back there reviving the Reinhardt. Okay, I can hear that Pharah whiffed her ult, and I'm going to try and snipe her out. It's going to be unsuccessful. And instead of going back around the corner, I'm going to go ahead and aggressive because I had my ult up. I wanted to go forward and keep putting pressure on with my ult instead of running away from the Diva ult. So again, I see Reinhardt's shield, so I want to sentry up, melt the shield down, allow my teammates a good opportunity to, you know, kill him. But I heard McCree behind me, so I quickly spun around. That's number one thing, is you want to have good audio. If you just have regular pair of headphones, use them because they are very important to audio cues. Again, I took up a corner here and I could see them, and I was just laying down suppressing fire pretty much. If I could get kills, that's great, but the more damage you put out there in a wall of fire, it lets your teammates move forward. And that's the game. This game was a very good game for Bastion. I wanted to say they always go so smoothly. Of course, this is a... we had a pug stack, so it was especially easy for us. We don't talk so much on voice. I wouldn't say that it's absolutely a necessity. And of course, I get to play the game for the shutdown here. But besides that, thanks for watching.